Hello my friends, welcome back. Today we travel far back in time. Very far back. We go to a world in chaos. A world in fear. Imagine an empire so mighty, so proud, so ancient. And imagine one man who made that empire tremble. He had no crown. He had no castle. He had no great city of his own. But kings feared his name. Whole nations paid him gold just to stay away. Who was this man? What kind of power did he hold? My friends, today we tell the story of Attila the Hun. Before we ride into his world, do me a quick favor. Tap that like button. Subscribe if you are new here. It helps this channel grow, and it costs you nothing. Now, let us begin. Attila was born on the wild steppes of Central Asia. The exact year is not fully known. Historians believe it was around 406 AD. His people were the Huns. They were nomads. They were riders. They were warriors. The Huns did not build great cities. They did not farm quiet fields. They lived on horseback. They lived by the bow. Life on the steppe was hard. It was harsh. It made people tough. Young Attila grew up learning to ride before he could barely walk. He learned to shoot an arrow while galloping at full speed. This was his world. Movement. Survival. Strength. The Huns had already begun pushing west. They were feared across Europe. Their arrival caused other tribes to flee in terror. Attila did not grow up in peace. He grew up in power struggles. His uncle Ruga was king of the Huns. Attila and his brother Bleda were raised close to that throne. They watched. They learned. They waited. Power was the anchor of this world. Power decided who lived free and who lived in fear. And young Attila was watching closely how power worked. He did not know it yet, but soon that power would be his. In 434 AD, King Ruga died. The throne did not go to one man. It went to two. Attila and his brother Bleda became co-rulers of the Huns. Two brothers. One throne. One empire to command. At first, they ruled together. They made deals. They made war. They made the Huns even stronger. The Eastern Roman Empire feared them deeply. So Rome paid gold. Every year, more gold. This gold was not a gift. It was fear disguised as payment. But fear was never enough for Attila. He wanted more. He wanted control. In 445 AD, something happened. Something dark. Bleda died suddenly. Some say it was illness. Others say Attila killed him. We cannot know for certain. History does not always give clear answers. What we do know is this. After Bleda's death, Attila ruled alone. One king. One empire. One name that made the world shiver. Picture this moment closely, my friends. Picture Attila standing before his warriors. Thousands of riders. Horses stamping the ground. Banners snapping in the wind. He raises his hand. The camp falls silent. He speaks. His voice is calm, but it carries like thunder. From this day, there is one king of the Huns. This was not just a change of leadership. This was the birth of a new terror for Europe. Attila turned his eyes to Rome. Both halves of it. East and West. He led his armies across the Balkans. City after city fell before him. Rome trembled. Constantinople trembled. Kings everywhere began asking the same question. Who can stop this man? Betrayal had given Attila his throne. Power was now fully in his hands. But one battle was coming. One battle that would test everything. He did not know it yet, but his greatest challenge was waiting just ahead. The year was 451 AD. Attila turned west. He marched into Gaul. He burned cities. He crushed armies. Nothing seemed to stop him. But something new was forming. Something unexpected. Rome and its old enemies joined together. A Roman general named Aetius led them. Visigoths stood beside Romans. Old rivals became new allies. Fear of Attila had done something rare. It had united enemies. The armies met near a place called the Catalaunian Plains. This would be the battle of Attila's life. Thousands of warriors stood ready. Horses. Swords. Spears. Silence before the storm. Attila spoke to his men. He told them to fight without fear. He told them death was better than slavery. Then the battle began. It was brutal. It was massive. It was one of the bloodiest clashes of the ancient world. Steel against steel. Blood soaking the fields. Screams filling the air. The fighting raged for hours. Neither side would break. By the end, the ground was covered with the dead. Tens of thousands had fallen. And Attila, for the first time, did not win outright. It was not a total defeat. But it was not victory either. His army pulled back. His myth of invincibility cracked. Could this be the end of his power? He did not stop fully. Not yet. The next year, he invaded Italy instead. He marched toward Rome itself. Panic spread through the ancient capital. The city that once ruled the world now feared for its life. But then, suddenly, Attila turned back. Some say disease weakened his army. Some say Pope Leo met him and convinced him to stop. Historians still debate the real reason. Whatever the cause, Rome was spared. For now that in 453 AD, Attila married again. That same night, he died suddenly. Some say he drank too much at his wedding feast. Some say his body simply gave out. History still argues about the true cause. The great king of the Huns was gone. Without Attila, his empire did not last long. His sons fought each other for power. The tribes that once feared him began to break away. Within just a few years, the Hun Empire collapsed completely. The man who made Rome tremble was gone. And so, soon after, was his world. But his name did not disappear. Attila became a legend. Some called him a monster. Others called him a mighty warrior king. In parts of history, he is remembered as the Scourge of God. A punishment sent from the heavens. In other traditions, especially in Hungary, he is remembered with pride. A symbol of strength and ancient heritage. So who was Attila the Hun, really? Was he a savage destroyer? Or a brilliant leader who rose from nothing to shake an empire? Maybe the truth holds both. Power built him. Betrayal placed him on his throne. And in the end, even his power could not defeat time itself. My friends, history teaches us something important here. Power can rise fast. But power without unity does not last. Attila built an empire through fear. But fear could not hold his sons together after he was gone. Think about your own journey for a moment. Real strength is not only about winning battles. It is about what you build that lasts beyond you. Attila's story reminds us to build with purpose. Not just for power today, but for meaning tomorrow. If you enjoyed this story, give this video a like. It really helps this channel grow. If you are new here, subscribe. We bring you real history, every single week. Let us know in the comments. Whose story should we tell next? Until next time, my friends. Stay curious. Stay strong.